I need somebody help, not just anybody help. You know I need someone help.
Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Annette Monk, she is a regular on the program. Love having her on the show. She does an amazing job, both with her company, which is Carlton Staffing, and also as a regular personality on the show. I love what you do. I'm your walking billboard. I tell people all the time that they're still in the business of HR in their business. They're really not giving their business the attention it deserves. They need to leave this kind of thing to professionals, people that can mitigate problems before they even become problems. And you're a leader at doing that, Annette.
Well, thank you. You know who does an amazing job? That's you, Kevin, at saying what we do. So I really appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad to do it. I'm one of your biggest fans. And CarltonStaffing.com. Why don't you do a little better job elaborating on what you do and then introduce us to your guest today, who I'm looking forward to.
Very good. Carlton Staffing does temp to hire, and direct hire placement in the office and industrial environments. And we also have a division called KTEK that places engineering and IT, and a division called Carlton Accounting and Finance, placing, obviously, accounting and finance professionals. But I'm very excited about our guest today as well, and I'd like to welcome Hector Rivero, who is the president and CEO of both the Texas Chemical Council and the Association of Chemical Industry of Texas. Welcome, Hector.
Thank you very much, Annette. Good to be with you.
Hector, why don't you start off by giving us your elevator speech, if you will? Can you give us a panoramic overview of what you do?
Certainly. Well, first I'd love to tell you all about the Texas Chemical Council. The Texas Chemical Council is the voice for the chemical manufacturing industry in Texas. We were founded back in 1953. The council represents 70 multinational companies who own and operate over 200 manufacturing and research facilities across the state. Our member companies have over $100 billion in fiscal assets across the state. They pay over $2 billion in state and local taxes. They employ over 75,000 Texans and over 400,000 indirect jobs that are created by this investment. The chemical manufacturing industry, a lot of people don't know a lot about it, but we're in everyone's homes and everyone's cars and everyone's livelihoods. Our industry manufactures hundreds of thousands of materials that go into all consumer products and electronics and other things that improve the quality of life around the world. In fact, over 96% of all manufactured goods are touched by the business of chemistry.
Very interesting. I'm sure, Annette, your first question?
Well, my question is, there are two organizations that you're the president of, Texas Chemical Council and the Association of Chemical Industry of Texas. Could you share a little bit why there are two organizations, what the difference is kind of between the two?
Yeah, thank you, Annette. In fact, so the Chemical Council, of course, was founded to support and advocate on behalf of chemical manufacturing in Texas and across the U.S., but we found that our industry is made up by a whole lot more than just the manufacturing plants and research facilities. There are hundreds of thousands of people, small and large businesses, that we rely on to do our jobs. These are the people that help build, maintain, and operate our facilities. So the Association of Chemical Industry of Texas, which represents over 450 companies in Texas, is an organization, an umbrella organization that includes both the manufacturer members of the Chemical Council and also those vendors, suppliers, contractors, and other service providers that are vital to the success of the chemical industry in Texas.
So let me ask you real quickly your website, the best way for people to get more information about you.
Certainly. A great place for information with the Chemical Council is our website is texaschemistry.org. And the Association of Chemical Industry of Texas has its own website, which is acit.org. And we certainly invite anyone to consider looking at that if they are currently doing business in this sector or have an interest in doing business with the chemical industry.
Very good. Annette, your next question?
Yes, I read that you recently testified at a committee hearing for Texas A&M Galveston about the need for a coastal barrier system, otherwise known as the Ike Dike. Can you tell us more about this coastal barrier system they're thinking about, and really what prompted the need for it?
Sure. Well, specifically, the coastal barrier system is an idea that's been created to help protect the over 8 million people in the greater coastal region of Texas coastal region from a potential storm or major weather event. This is obviously important to an industry like the chemical industry. Most of our manufacturing facilities are located along the Gulf Coast, and as a result, we have to factor in hurricanes and other weather events. And while our facilities are designed and engineered to withstand major storms and hurricanes, obviously our employees' homes and the businesses that support our industry and in our communities are not necessarily built to withstand major storms and are impacted by hurricanes through flooding and windstorm. So our industry, the chemical industry, feels it is critical that we be outspoken in support of a coastal barrier system that will protect the Texas Gulf Coast from a future storm that would have devastating impact for our citizenry and for our businesses and our industry. You referred to the Ike Dike. Hurricane Ike hit the Texas coast almost a decade ago, and it was a $20 billion hurricane. That's what the economic impact of that storm to the greater Houston, Galveston, surrounding regions. The cost of building, as you refer to Ike Dike, we're referring to now as more of a coastal spine, would be less than that, and so we feel that it would pay for itself before the next storm that would be impacted by it.
Very good. And the impact that Hurricane Ike had was devastating. However, Ike did not have a direct hit on Galveston or in that area, and had it had a direct hit, the impact would have been even substantially more devastating. Is this correct?
You're absolutely right, Annette. And in fact, the researchers suggest that if Ike would have had a direct hit, its impact on our economy and the loss of life and injury would have been substantially higher. In fact, Hurricane Rita, which was a smaller storm that had a more direct impact on the greater Houston region because of the flooding that occurred from that storm, and there was more loss of life associated with Rita than there was with Ike. The coastal spine will essentially be a storm surge protection device that will significantly reduce the impact of storm surge coming into the region and hopefully prevent loss of life and injury and help preserve our infrastructure, our homes and businesses and our industries that our entire world depend on.
I have got to wrap it up with that. Very good segment. Hector, we got your website in. I want to make sure we get Annette's in before we wrap it up.
CarltonStaffing.com.
CarltonStaffing.com. You need to go there. And thanks so much for another great guest, Annette. And Hector, thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much. Good to be with you.
You bet. When we come back, more for you right here on The Price of Business.
Hello, I'm Philip Byer, president of BuyerPrinting.com in Music City for over 25 years. Easy name to remember, that's BUYER Printing.com. Shipping coast to coast, simple to order, any time of day with some of the lowest pricing on the World Wide Web. Brochures, marketing materials, booklets, magazine, rack cards, mail inserts, DVD inserts, posters, printing of all kinds. Get instant pricing on any item by visiting again, that's BUYER Printing.com. Going country, and I mean countrywide.
This is not an offering to sell a franchise. Franchise offerings are made through the franchise disclosure document. Ask for details. For a unique business opportunity with a leader in the $34.5 billion quick casual restaurant segment, consider Tropical Smoothie Cafe. They offer healthier alternatives to fast food with innovative sandwiches, wraps, smoothies, and more, fueling double-digit system-wide sales growth. Tropical Smoothie Cafes are opening every week, so don't wait. See for yourself at their Richmond location and call 1-800-239-1889 to learn more. That's 1-800-239-1889.